This short video will help you to understand your assessment questions and briefs using the bug analysis method. Before you begin your research for an assessment, you need to make sure that you understand the assessment brief. There are various methods that you can use to ensure you understand the assessment task. We recommend using the bug analysis method. But what is bug analysis? BUG is an acronym that represents the following process. B stands for box the instruction words. These are the words such as analyse, describe or reflect. So think to yourself, what action is the question asking me to perform? Should I reflect? Should I describe? Or should I analyse an issue? U stands for underline the key words. So think, what topics or theories do I have to include in order to ensure I've answered the question? G stands for glance back and check if there's anything else that you need to include in your answer. When can you use bug analysis? You can use the bug analysis method on a single question, a paragraph, or even a whole assessment brief. The technique can also be used to help you answer exam questions. If you're completing the bug analysis during an exam, try to consider how many marks are available for your answer, as it will indicate how much time and space you should allocate to answer the question. Whatever the task, bug analysis will help you to identify the key requirements of the assessment so that you can establish exactly what you need to do and plan your work strategically to help you answer the question. Now you know what bug analysis is, let's have a go at using this method on some example assessment questions. Here's 3 questions that you can try. The first question is, analyse Charlotte Bronte's account of women's experiences in Jane Eyre. The second question is, reflect on the impact of professional, ethical and legal issues on your professional practice. And the final question is, with particular reference to energy use, outline and critique various interpretations of the term sustainable development. Don't worry if your subject isn't covered in these 3 examples, as you can still build your assessment skills by applying the bug analysis method to these questions. So pause the video and do the bug analysis activity on these 3 questions. I'll now reveal the answers to each stage of the bug analysis for the 3 questions. Compare your own answers to the ones on the screen. In the first question, the instruction word is analyse, and you would need to analyse the key terms that are underlined on the screen: women's experiences and Jane Eyre. If you were to underline only one of these words, you would not answer the question and would produce an assessment that is unfocused and too broad. You need to consider representations of women's experiences in Jane Eyre specifically, not women's experiences generally. It can be helpful to colour code these key terms to help you cover them all in your assessment plan. It's all too easy to focus on the term that we find most interesting or know more about, but this risks excluding other key terms that must be analysed in order for you to answer the assessment question fully. The same principles apply for question 2, which we'll jump to now. The instruction word that you need to box is reflect, and the key terms that you would need to reflect on are professional, ethical and legal issues specifically in relation to your professional practice. So there's 4 key terms there for you to consider. I've allocated a different colour for each of these terms as a helpful reminder to include all 4 points in my assessment. If we move on to the final question, you'll spot 2 instruction words: outline and critique. Like the key terms in the previous questions, it's important to notice all instruction words because they help you to plan the type of assessment you need to complete. If you were to outline the issues but not critique them, then you would not be answering the question in full. So what is it that you need to outline and critique? For this question, I've underlined energy use and sustainable development as the 2 key terms for discussion. The term energy use is useful because it helps to narrow and focus your exploration of sustainable development into a more manageable task. The more you practice bug analysis on your assessment questions and briefs, the easier it will become to understand what you need to do in each of your assessments. You can use our glossary of instruction words to help you through this process, which you can access in our Understanding Assessment Briefs and Questions study guide.